gonna go to war, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old she is or how old I am. So if I got a pops, that nigga don't do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah. But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see Shadour.
Right, it's about to get worse.
Dion already doing that. We all saw what we saw, and you know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's all
When you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He push him like,
Get off of me. Get off of me.
Get off me.
No, don't touch me.
Was it worth the $30,000? Now? In the moment.
In that moment.
In the moment.
He was up.
You remember? Was it bingo night or was it? 44.
You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But keep it high level. This is gonna just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. This whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is,
I am undefeated. Oh, come on. And me playing basketball, and I just want to line up.
He's getting up.
And show. Yeah, we doing this for real. This is what I do.
I
want to go rebound.
Shoot. This one?
Cut that up, baby. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this buck bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's ugly. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. I know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song I got.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
You think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail.
Okay, you know what? Big dog?
Yes.
I ain't light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now.
Let's go.
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it.
Brothers and sisters, ain't no talk. What do you say right that part? Brothers and sisters, I don't know what this world is coming to. Yes, yo, I saw that live 2 times, but the one that stands out, House of Blues, before they closed it, crashed it, demolished it, right there on Sunset. Brothers and sisters, yes, the rhythm, the rebel. Without, I don't know what he said. Without a pause, I'm lowering my level. The hard rhymer. What do you know what time it is? You think I'm rhyming? Something like that. The public enemy. I know there's other life form out there because there's no way what I'm feeling stuck on this planet. Nope. Somebody else is somewhere in some centron or someplace with an on at the end of the name, and that planet they over there going, they trying to come here. Oh, I love it too much. What's up with y'all? Blah, blah, blah. Good morning, y'all. I'm going to be y'all morning coffee every damn day I can. That's right. We over here getting it in. Shout out to all you guys who have woke up with me at about noon, got it in with me, and let's have some fun today. We got a show today that we're going to talk crazy about. All these things are happening in sports media and more. On the field, on the court, off the court. Let's talk some of that talk. All right, first. We're going to talk about the NBA and its tanking. We're going to get into that in the load management. It seems like Charles Barkley has fixed it. I love that too much. Cam Newton going to expose what I was supposed to expose yesterday. I had a clickbait title and thumbnail. I said Cam Newton exposes sports media's most hated podcasters and didn't even do the topic. Now, y'all know I didn't do that on purpose. I just talk too long and I talk about rap too much. And I'll be doing Public Enemy songs instead of getting to the topics. I know how it goes. Hey, let's have some fun. We're going to talk about Kyle Shanahan, who says, hey, you don't want to be a mobile quarterback. What? Ooh, y'all got to hear what he said and how he said it, though. We're going to get into another topic that I clickbaited y'all on, Harden versus Dwayne Wade. I have not got to that topic yet. It's been 2 days. Let's get to it today. And we're going to talk about podcasting, how it's setting records for consumption. And isn't that funny? Y'all consuming the podcast right now. Y'all contributed to this new record. I got to turn my fan on because Chuck D got me hyped. Whoa, Chuck D. I'm not going to lie. He was my favorite rapper. Not really Ice Cube was with the Jerry Curl, but he was right there with Ice Cube. Actually, it was just Public Enemy was right there because I was doing a Flavor Flav boy. Flavor Flav on the hype tip. I remember that. But I didn't know what he was saying. I'm not lying. Still to this point, I can't recite a whole Chuck D song. I don't know what he's saying. It ain't like he's not coherent and lucid. It's just, what, Chuck? It was sick. Love to you guys out there, man. Make sure you guys rock with this channel. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and become a member. And we also going to show you guys at the end the coldest moment in sports history. When you see a title like that, you be like, yeah, okay. I clicked on it. Yo, they ain't lying. It's the sickest thing I've seen in sports. Crazy. Okay, so let's get into this. This is how y'all should feel right now. I want y'all to feel like this and like this. See that new graphic? When we get into it, let go. This is how y'all supposed to feel. See this? Watch this. Go, 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 go. Ow! Oh! Look at that running form. Y'all know track and field is my favorite sport. Right there, that's not the best right now. He's decelerating a little bit. That angle right there, we got to get that going, but it's okay.
But Miles is never to be denied his shining moment.
You like decelerating where? He left. He left everybody in that field. Oh, man, all good. I just wanted to get y'all started with a little bit of energy today. Let's continue with our energy, shall we? Because all you parents out there, all you who have itty bitties, you know the thing I love most in this world is the itty bitties. I love their future because I believe the children are our future. Thank you. Teach them well and let them lead the way. And I want to give y'all a little bit of knowledge on we build it up and everybody jumps up in here. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of what? Of pride. Okay, so right here, I got to talk to you parents out there because a lot of parents out there think they know the way. And look, there's a lot of ways up to the top. Don't let anybody tell you that they are the sole proprietor of success. Hell no, they lie. Go to Columbia. You'll be... Okay, I know people that went to Columbia that are security guards. No disrespect, but just saying. That's a lot of education just to go out there and hold a walkie-talkie, right? So here's the thing. You could be a dude who dropped out of high school and then be a billionaire and have multiple companies and won a humanitarian award. So don't do that. But let's play the percentages, shall we? So millions of parents call early sports specialization getting ahead. Y'all know we do. I'm not even going to say y'all. We know we do. Oh, I'm going to get there. Oh, my son and my daughter already playing soccer. How old is she? She ain't born yet. Like, what? She's still in the womb. She over there kicking your wife, kicking her belly out. Like, I told you she playing soccer. She in the belly playing. We get there so early, too early, right? Anyway, so research shows it increases injury risk by 70% and burnout by 50%. It's not creating champions. Really? Now, think about it. See, this is why we need this show, because typically you read that and you be like, and you go tell your homie, oh, dog, guess what, man? You shouldn't even be playing that early. Michael Jordan didn't even play basketball till he was 10. And then he got cut when he was in high school. So guess what? My son ain't that good right now, but shoot, it sounds like he in the best position it could be. He ain't that good. No. It said it increases injury risk by 70%. Not 100, by 70. So the other 30% are the ones that got ahead and didn't get hurt. They're the ones that go pro. You get it? And burn out by 50%. So you got a chance to burn it out or not burn it out. You can burn out or you can burn in. Well, the other half are burning in, and your son gonna get behind. So just read it with a grain of salt. It's not creating champions. How you know that? First of all, I am a champion on every level except college, high school. Yeah, high school, college, and pro. But other than that, Pop Warner, yes, I am a champion, Pop Warner, boy. And I don't give a damn if you don't care about Pop Warner championships. I do. Help me gain some esteem. Help me gain some confidence. Help my identity. I walked around high school. I'm not lying. If I wasn't so good in Pop Warner, I think I would have been influenced a little bit more in high school by all the BS. Now, I did BS in high school, trust me. All them times I bought numero uno pizza for them girls and I knew they ain't like me, but I had $5 because I used to play Get Like Me every day. I used to play Get Like Me and win like $6 every day. And half of it was tricked off to them girls getting numero uno pizza. They know who they are. Give my pizza back. But the point is, I kept doing that. But if I didn't have that esteem, like I knew I could be something, I already was something, I was a star in Pop Warner, walking around getting chili cheese Fritos for free, Tiki Punch for free. I felt good. Got to high school, hey, wake up. You know you can get hurt. Had Osgood slaughters, injuries, all that stuff. What? But it was the best thing that happened to me because if not, I might have went to the football factory, the typical school. Instead, I didn't. And it opened up my mind and it broadened my horizons. And next thing you know, I was a nerd and I embraced it. See, that's how it goes. So creating champions, who gives a damn? It's creating orthopedic patients and teenagers who quit. Now, that's real. Here's why the best athletes aren't built by one sport, they're built across three, okay? And it's interesting, all that is true. I give them that. Burnout is high because when the temptations kick in after puberty, when the hormones change and the temptations kick in, if you're not a great parent, and great parent doesn't mean you're not trying. It just means, are you applying enough pressure, but gentle pressure? Are you making sure that they understand that they have habits? Do they have good habits? Are they buying into something bigger than themselves? Do they want to do it? Like all those things, great parenting, right? There's no such thing as a lazy kid. It's a lazy parent. Kids don't give a damn. Kids will work their butt off. I get out the car and my kids are looking at me like, Daddy, you need me to get something? Or they looking at me like, I'm out. I'm not doing anything. It's on the parent to say, hey, get something. And they're happy to do it. They're happy to do it. They're happy to share in the experience because you made space for them. So that's what this is all about. Let's see if this is worth reading because this show is little. Oh, yeah, let's do it. Okay, so most parents think committing to one sport early is how champions are made. One goal, year-round training, a specialized coach before they've lost their first tooth. Y'all out there in the backyard, the boy can't even walk. And he's sitting there on his butt trying to shoot jump shots. Bump shots. We're going to call them bump shots. He on his bum. It looks like dedication. It feels like a head start. But it's actually creating a teenager who quit the thing he loves. Ooh. Here's some data. Let's go through a few of these data points. Athletes who specialize before age 12 carry 70% higher injury risk, 50% burnout rate before high school ends. The same load repeated on the frame still forming doesn't strengthen it. It overloads it. Ooh. Jules. 88% of elite professional athletes competed across multiple sports until at least age 15. Raise your hand if you did that. I'm an elite professional athlete, and I competed in football, basketball for 1 year, track. That was it. Yeah. I should have done a special sauce. I call them a special sauce, which is like gymnastics, martial arts, something that opens you up, yoga, Pilates. I should have did something like that. Make sure you make your kid do one of those. I always say 3 is the magic number. Your kid can be in 2 sports and then 1 special sauce. Other than that, you're doing too much and they're going to rob themselves of commitment. Oh, he's in 5 sports. No, he's not. He just shows up to 5 different games and misses the other 4. He misses practice over here. He misses a game over here. Don't do that. 2 sports max and 1 special sauce. That's my way up. All right, so Federer learned basketball, wrestling, and swimming before picking up a racket at 12. Usain Bolt played cricket and football into his teens. Damn, you imagine him playing receiver? He like, go rat. I'm going to go rat. Go rat, man. Jesus. The arm fall off trying to throw it that far because he's so fast. Shout. Like Noah Lyles we just saw. Specialization was never the shortcut. It was always the long way around. Well, times have changed, but I hear you. In Norway, I like Luka Doncic. I don't know if he played other sports. Don't look like he could because that sucker can't move. But point being, that basketball worked out well for him playing since he was born because that sucker was in, like, wasn't he a pro when he was 7? It's worked out very well. When it works, it works. In Norway, there are no scores, no tryouts, and no cuts before age 13. Give a damn about Norway. Norway. Call them Norway. They ain't beating us. They ain't beating the U.S., homie. By age 25, 93% still play a sport. Good for them. The countries producing the most elite athletes aren't the ones pushing hardest earliest. They're the ones protecting the joy longest. That's a good point. They're doing that at schools as well. There are schools out there that are not concerned with teaching your kid 1 + 1 is 2. It's making your kid through play-based education have fun and then realize if I grab this Tonka truck and then I also grab this let's go back, Hot Wheel car, and then the teacher looks and says, what do you have here? I have a Tonka truck and a Hot Wheel. And then you say, okay, good. How many do you have? What do you mean? How many toys do you have? One and one. 2. You have 2? Yeah, I got 2. That's how they teach them now. It's all right. It works. As long as if you make someone feel like it's their idea, they'll do it harder and longer. That's what she said. The child playing 3 sports and laughing doesn't look serious. The child playing 3 sports and laughing doesn't look serious. Oh, all right. But the child still happily competing at 16 is almost always the one who is allowed to sample first. Okay. When it comes to sport or life, joy isn't a detour from elite. It's the route. Blah, blah, blah. Basically, he's saying, make sure your kid wants to do it for real. Listen before you start telling them. Seriously, you better go out there and get some shots up. Yes, there's a moment for that. You got to add that to the casserole. But at the same time, don't make that the main ingredient. Because if you pushing them, I'm not going to lie to you. This is the realest thing I can tell you. What happens is you get to the higher level because they're good, they're going to get better. And if they're better, they're going to play against better. And then you're going to play against somebody who you want it, but your daddy and mama made you want it. And then you're going to get in the locker room with me where my mama and daddy never, when I say ever, my dad especially, maybe my mama once or twice was super hype. Like, you keep kicking they ass, right? One of those. But never go get some shots up. Are you going to lift weights today? I would just go home, watch the Dukes of Hazzard, Transformers, and get it in. Janet Jackson, if I get 10 reps, Janet Jackson's my girlfriend. That was my life. And then try some creatine. Real spit. But what happens is that son, the daughter you have, is going to meet me. And I like doing this. I love doing this. My mama didn't say nothing about this. My daddy didn't trip on this. Good, bad, or ugly. And when we meet, we may have the same skill set, same athleticism, same talent. But every game I've ever played in, it's more than a game of skill. It's a game of will. And I will whoop your ass. You know why? Because I want to. You don't want to. You can't whoop me because your mama wants you to. You can't whoop me because your daddy wants you to. I'm going to whoop your ass because I want to. I'm the one in the fight, and you are too. Oh, you see it play out. It plays out and it crystallizes. You look at these kids, you be like, ooh, they in trouble because that kid don't want it. He does. Make sure you're doing it that way. Simple as that. Blah, blah, blah. So, trying to throw some tidbits, some life lessons, because all this sports media, all this stuff is just to show us around us out, to show us more of what's going on in this world. Love to you guys. Let me give some members some love. Chaotic Jester, I see you, baby. Crack-a-lack and Mac and Patrick Edwards in the building. Yay. Well, see you, Falia, Nia. I see y'all, all these members in here. Chaotic Jester just tricked off and hooked somebody up. He gave a 5-pack out. I got 5 on it. And who took them? Al Green. Oh, I love that. Wow. The Hawk, Toddy McGann, BC Nick, Naru. Got it. Good stuff, man. Hawk TV up in here. We got a lot of members up in here. Good for y'all. We building something over here. I don't know what the hell we building, but it's going to be something when we done. And let's give some top 5 fans some love. Maybe they'll become members with their asses. George Buckshot. Blah. Murphy Robert is 4. Adrian Robles. My dog, 3. Dat Tuverwit is 2. And Fry Bryce, my dog, number 1. Let's get into it. Okay. Barkley. Barkley wants to fix tanking in the NBA. Do y'all? Everybody does. Load management, all that stuff, right? We've got to fix that. And we're going to get into that right now. And then we're going to get into, we got Dwayne Wade versus James Harden, who's the third best shooting guard ever behind Jordan and Kobe. We know what it is. John Jones back in the UFC. We got that. We got Cam Newton going to talk about the most hated sports podcasters out there. Y'all know who on that list, but let's rank them. Kyle Shanahan and why you don't want to be a mobile quarterback. Podcasting setting records in the coldest moment in sports history. Well, this might be the coldest moment in sports history if NBA players stop tanking.
I've been saying this for years. Now teams just been they've been tanking for like 3 months. Every team that does not make the playoffs should get one ball. You can't improve your chances losing. Every team gets one ball.
Did you hear? You can't improve your chances losing. That's a bar. Like, let's think about it. Unpack that a little bit. You mean it's going bad, but I'm getting rewarded for it? Because incentives shape behavior. So if you give me rewards for bad behavior, I will become even badder. That's what happens with kids, right? If you don't check them, that's why discipline is so important. If you don't check them and they did something the wrong way, if you let your kids stay on the iPad and break through curfew and not go to bed on a school night till 11:30, and that's Sunday night, guess what happens on Monday night? Either they crash because they burnt from not getting enough sleep, but if they are up, they're going to be up. And guess what they're going to be up on? That iPad. That's why it's important to correct it. Good point.
That would be the fair way to do it. Because we got
Where else in the world deficiency you get a reward?
Nowhere else. Nowhere else.
I'm trying to think. You get a reward for deficiency.
Only with our stupid NBA crap.
That's it.
Well, I mean, I hear you, yeah, because other drafts they don't have all the balls and all that crazy stuff. They don't change the percentages and stuff. It's like, look, did you trade? Did you trade? If not, your sorry bud is picking first. If you didn't trade in the NFL, your sorry bud is picking first. Like that's how it goes. So go ahead, Raiders, shut it, go ahead. Right? So I get it. The rationale though behind that is you don't want a team to just go and race to the bottom. Because look, think about it. Like this is why life is so beautiful. There's nothing perfect, nothing absolute. What do they say? Perfect is the enemy of good. There's nothing that you're going to say is perfect. So if you go Charles Barkley's way, great, except, I know if I'm the worst team, I get the pick first. So why be kind of bad? I'm going to be all the way bad. And this year, there's a graphic out there. This is the first time in NBA history that there were 8 teams under 33% win percentage. I'm going to say that cleanly. First year in history, 8 teams under 33% win percentage. That's ugly.
There you go. Come on, man. Stop doing that, man. Just give everybody one ball that would stop tanking.
Orlando.
I've been saying this.
Well, the only way you're going to really, and I heard you right there, the only way you're going to really slow down tanking, Francisco Aguilera says, is to incentivize winning. And they do incentivize it. They give you that little trophy. And they give you a Larry O'Brien trophy or whatever it is called. And they give you all the confetti. Like, this is the thing. Look, I love, this going to sound crazy because I didn't win a championship at the NFL level, but I don't give a damn. It's still true. Doesn't matter if I won it or not. Championships are for others. It's to shut your opponents up. It's to make people who don't know you or watched you or, 50 years from now respect you. But for you, like you watch them when they win their championships. They enjoy, they love life, everything's amazing. And then you watch them go to Disneyland or Disney World and they're going to that and then, are they hungover or are they not? They had an amazing time. And then you just watch maybe a week later, 2 weeks later, they right back to norm. Back to life, back to reality. And some of them are mad now because they got this new level of expectations, Jalen Hurts in them, and they ain't getting no love for it, and all they doing is getting killed. Oh, I got to put that down. We're doing Jalen Hurts. We got a Jalen Hurts comparison in here. I'm tripping. Woo, this Jalen Hurts comparison is gang-related. It's gang-related. Jalen Hurts versus Joe Burrow versus Justin Herbert. How do I forget that? We doing that today. Today. I need a pen. Hold on. Look at me. I got a golf pen, too. That's dope, huh? Like a pound or a key. So shut up and listen to me. I make a killing. Got money to the ceiling. Why? Because I'm a ruthless villain. Okay, we definitely do. Look at this. This pen is sick. It doesn't even work, though. It look good, though. It look great. Hold on, give me one more second. I gotta do this pen. I gotta write that down. I know I'm gonna forget. He gonna forget, girl. Don't tell his stupid. I grew up in a. I'm not lying. This is literal. My grandma would say, "Don't tell him. He gonna forget, girl, with his stupid ass." And she didn't mean stupid like you dumb. She just mean stupid is just one of her catchwords. Jalen Hurts. Oh, we got to get into this. Hurts versus Burrow is sick. Adam Schefter brought it up. It's a little racial too. Adam Schefter think he's slick. He's trying to get his cred back after what was he doing with Diana Rossini in Michigan and all that. Jalen Hurts, Burrow, Herbert. Oh, it's gonna be sick. I did the comparison already. Y'all gonna be like, what? Anyway, so Barkley's point, well taken, well stated. We get it, Barkley. At the same time, nah, son, we good. We got to move on from that because ain't no way. Can you get out of that? Good. Ain't no way, Barkley, that your plan is perfect. But it's better than nothing, okay? We're in a step in the right direction. What else they doing in the NBA that's a mess?
Let's rest these two guys. Yes. Come on, man. You rest Wemby, maybe. You rest Joker and Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon.
Getting up to
170. You rest LeBron because he's 102 years old. But all these dudes just sitting out, that's just disrespectful, man.
Well, I think.
Well, look, it depends on your perspective. It looks on your point of view. You could call it disrespectful, but at the same time, I got to protect mine. Sometimes it feels disrespectful when you're just doing the right thing. When you tell someone no. When you say, excuse me, you can't get in the car with that. Excuse me, you got to take your shoes off. Sometimes it feels disrespectful. Man, I came here and you're supposed to take care of me. You're supposed to look out for me. You're supposed to be on my side. I am. But I also have borders. I also have restrictions. I also have parameters, right? And I think a lot of times, I just had this conversation. A lot of times we actually give up our borders in our personal conversations and relationships just to keep the flow going, just to keep things going. You ever been at a cocktail party? And somebody say something you're like, what? But then you be like, man, I ain't about to say nothing about that. You just tuck it away. You be like, they sitting there, you just listening to NWA, right? And you get to the party and everybody talking, everybody getting drunk. They're like, you know what I really hate? Like what I really hate? NWA. And you sitting there like, what? But then you're like, why engage? Two, this ain't the scene. You know what I mean? But how many times does that happen in anything, any scope of life, right? So then that's you really giving up your borders because now they thinking no one hates NWA. Oh, everyone hates NWA because they haven't said anything. So they must agree with me. And that happens. And you're like, what are you talking about? You're silly. So I think the NBA in protecting its borders and NBA teams protecting its borders saying, no, you're not, sit down. And everybody else is mad because there's 20,000 people there and millions and millions at home. But that's the way it goes. You just got to respect it. So let's have another perspective. Maybe Kenny Smith could talk some sense into this.
I have one more addition.
Oh, my God. Here you go again.
One more addition. How about we pay bonuses for a position? Meaning, if you're the one seed.
Oh, my God.
If you're the one seed, each player gets this one.
We're not talking about
the two. Wait, let me finish.
Let me talk about the bottom barrels.
Let me finish. So now, if I'm the 12th seed, there's a bonus for my players. So now I'm playing, the players would say, no, we're not tanking, we're not sitting out because we get a bonus for being 10, 11.
What bonus are you going to pay? See, this is why no matter what school you go to, you got to go to class. Let me stop. What's up, Kenny? Dog, what are you going to pay to the top, 7, 8 players that play, and they all make the money, up to 70, 80 million on some of these teams a year? What are you going to pay a 12th seed in aggregate that's going to be an incentive for them to play harder? $500,000? I'm just telling you, you see guys in the NFL, this ain't even the NBA, who won't even go to their workouts. What did it just happen? What's the dude that just won the sack? Damn, am I blanking? Oh, I'm getting old, y'all. The sack leader from Cleveland, wherever his name is, Big Dog. Him. Somebody can put it in the comments. Do it. I can't believe it, I'm getting old. He didn't even go to his workout because it's $1 million. And he was like, because he's trying to probably set up that trade. Point being, what's his name? Let me see. Myles Garrett, thank you. He gave up $1 million. You think you gonna go to an NBA dude and be like, excuse me, I want you to play for the 12th seed. Hey, I got 500 on it. 500,000. 500,000. He gonna be like, Man, I'll put my cigarette out on your head. Shut up. Nobody that ain't enough. And if you pay enough where he like, oh snap, they paying $20 million just to get the 12th seed, it's bad business.
When you finish, you get a bonus. So top guys finish.
Can I retort this? And it has been said players don't tank. Organizations
tank, and then players would be like, no, I'm not sitting down.
You know what I'm talking about moving? Can I have a retort?
Okay, tell me why. If I know I could get another $100,000 by being the 10th seed.
I was being crazy. I said 500,000. 100,000 after taxes? $6,000 to $7,000 to go out there and play harder for what?
As a player, why wouldn't I do it?
Well, because you're already making $25 million.
No, you could take that into collective bargaining.
Yeah. But first of all, you're already making $25 million and you suck. I'm not giving you another $100,000.
No, this is part of the collective.
Well, first of all, if I make it $25 million, I don't need your extra $100,000, okay, boo-boo? Okay, girl, she talking about no extra cheese. I got the cheese.
Saying that. You're already making 25. Guys already making $30, $40 million. You want me to pay you a bonus?
When you win the championship, you get a bonus, don't you?
Yeah, that's called a championship, fool.
So that's my point. So winning the regular season, you should get a bonus.
We're talking about the bottom team.
It should be a bonus.
Every player should
let the big Aristotle talk.
get 3 to 5 games off for rest. 3 to 5 games off for rest. If you're hurt, the world needs to know what your injury is.
No, they do.
That's how you fix it.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. But no, they don't.
No,
they don't.
They make it up.
Don't make it up. No.
But can I ask you this question?
Yes.
Can I ask you?
How many times has Ernie a show? How many times you think a show Ernie says, boy, I'm glad they could play basketball? He's like, these theories, these equations, these logical equations, Matt. Now, it's all fun. It's all in love and all in jest. But it's just so funny. No one ever has the answer. Because if anybody had the answer, especially former basketball players just sitting up there talking trash, if they had the answers, it would have been fixed. You ain't fixing this. You cannot legislate behavior. If so, the prisons will be empty. Jail will be empty. You know why there are people in there? Because no matter what you say in incentives or deterrence, I'ma do me. So if I want to buy a Snickers and not pay for it, if I want to buy a bag of Cheetos and not pay for it, if I want to go to this bank and withdraw $100,000 and not have $100,000, hey, homie, keep the car going. It is. It's ignorant. It's crazy. But it is, and it's in you too. Every single person has that somewhere in their deep, like cyber, like energy, like they deep, universal, like spirit. Everybody has it in them, the yin and yang, the God, the devil, whatever you want to say. It's here. Trust me, someone can create circumstances and environments where you're going to test yourself. Now, you may not do it, but it's in you. Why is it even making you think about it? Why is it connected to you? Why are you tempted? Because it's in you. I used to always tell this to my homegirls who used to judge. You know, remember back in the day when there was models and video vixens before Instagram? And they were all like, you know, Melissa Ford types, like all them people with them big names. And, oh, my God, she's a star. And she all that. And then a lot of people who had big names used to judge all the rest of the girls. I would never do that. I would never do that. I would never do that. And I was like, oh, yeah, because you're high off the hog right now. Good for you. But if your belly button was touching your back and you were in a third world country, you might. I'm just saying, they ain't got video vixens. They ain't got models. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you'll go to that club every night just to see who's in town. You want to get down?
Question. Even if you played guys who maybe aren't starters, and we're the 11th seed, and we don't have a chance to win the playoff, but we get moved to 10 in the last two games. You don't think they would play hard?
Come on, man.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about the.
I just want to see hard. I don't want someone not playing hard.
We're talking about the bumbling Nets. The bumbling Nets. In the 13th speed, talking about resting everybody.
Can I ask you this question then,
yes.
Shaq? If you were the 13th seed, you're on the Brooklyn Nets, and you have 50 losses, and the 11th seed has 49. Wait, and they told me if we get another $100,000 according to the collective bargaining agreement for the position, I'm not playing. I'll be like, I'm playing today.
Boy, Kenny sound retired as hell, because that's how I'm feeling too, Kenny. When we retire, you be like, 100,000? Hell yeah. When When you playing, dog, there's some crazy stories. You be playing. Ooh, I remember the first time I saw big money in the NFL, I was riding to practice with Ted Washington. And his car was a little dirty. I ain't going to call him out, but he had a Hummer, too. Like the first Hummer I ever seen in person. Like the real big one. Like convertible, too, or something like that. Maybe hardtop. But the point is, I don't know. We in Buffalo. So I'm looking, I'm like, damn, this dope. And I remember he had like our paychecks. We used to get paychecks. This is before direct deposit. So we had paychecks. So he had a check, 2 checks sitting on the seat. And I'm like, oh. I said, Ted, where do you want me to put your checks? He's like, oh, put them in the glove compartment. So I'm like a rookie or second year player, and he's Ted Washington. If y'all know who Ted Washington is, he's the biggest mammal that was ever created. Like, for real. He was like 6'5", 6'6", probably 6'5", 350. His fingers were this wide, like every finger. Do you see how my finger is? This is his finger. Like, he's just a mammal. Big old teddy bear, though. The nicest, funniest dude ever. And was a beast. He used to literally play nose guard like this. Say it, hut. He wouldn't even move his feet. He'd go like this. Boom, boom. Where to play at? All right, thank you. We were like, what? Anyway, I grabbed the checks and I'm putting them in the glove compartment, but he in a Hummer. If you ever been in a Hummer, the driver is way over there. Like, it ain't even normal. It's like space. They got this big old carriage in here in the middle. And he way over there. So, and a Hummer is small on the inside. Like, it's gigantic on the outside, but it's small on the inside. So I know he can't get to me with his fat ass. Let me see. Guess what I did? I opened his checks up. You damn right I did. And I opened them up to my surprise because they look different than mine. He had one check that was $500,000. He had the other check was $400,000. No lie. And they weren't cashed. I said, Ted, you got $900,000 sitting here on the seat next to McDonald's wrappers? And he like, yeah, put it up in the damn glove compartment. Shoot, stop going through my stuff. He can't reach though. I'm like, what? Those are his off-season bonuses and workouts and crazy stuff. Meanwhile, I'm on a deal that I shouldn't say only because that sounds disrespectful, but we got to keep it real. I'm making $500,000 a year. A year. He got almost double that right now by the McDonald's Big Mac. I was like, God dang. So $100,000 to a dude making $30 million, $50 million, $70 million, let me just say, might not move the needle.
I'm going to go get my extra $100,000.
You're giving somebody $100,000 to finish 13th?
Because you could break it up in a collective bargaining agreement easily.
And let me tell you something. How about this? If you're one of those bottom 5 in each conference, you got to give money back.
That's right, Ernie. That's right.
Yeah, how about
you know,
that?
Ernie, and I've said this for years, not just now. Not just basketball, football, baseball, any sport. I'm a firm believer. If you finish below 500, you should not be able to raise your ticket prices.
Y'all down with that? Beat up in the comments. Y'all like that? God dang, that's gangster. Well, somebody got to be behind below 500, which means somebody is not going to raise their ticket price, which means somebody's not going to make the money they want to make. Means somehow, some way they're going to get that money back from y'all, from us. So, okay, I ain't raising ticket prices. Guess how much a Coca-Cola costs now? Guess how much Pepsi costs up in here? $2,000. Basically, you're going to the airport. You ever go to the airport and need some water? First of all, the airport, y'all in on it. I guarantee you Dasani owns the airports. I guarantee you Glacier Water, what the hell, somebody owns these airports. Because they tell you, you can't bring your water, can't bring your liquids. You got to go through TSA. Remember that person that bombed it? I think there was the shoe bomber or something, and they had some liquids in there. After that, they banned liquids on the airplane. Damn it. And then the water companies was like, yes. You can't bring no water. So I'm over here. My kid's like, Daddy, we need water. I was like, all right, we'll get through TSA. You get through it, you good. All of a sudden, all right, let's go get some water. You calling your accountant? Hey, yeah, can you wire me $150,000? I got to get 2 waters. Jesus. What? What?
Well, that's another thing.
Seriously.
I agree.
100%. If you suck, you should not be able to raise your ticket prices. So you can
what if I? No, that's not a good.
Why is that not a good thing?
Because what if I trade for LeBron James in the offseason?
Well, you should be better. You should be above 500.
What if Wemby was hurt last year?
That's unfortunate. But come on, that's just unfortunate if he get hurt.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, none of them theories is landing, right? They all in the air, they circling, they look great. Oh, look at that. No. You can't. They'll find a way because life is a sandwich. What? Y'all know the statement. Y'all know the Wileyism. Life's a sandwich. No matter how you flip it, the bread comes first. Okay? So if you say, oh, we can't raise ticket prices, we going to raise parking. Oh, you can't. Parking. Oh, hot dogs. Hot dogs are $19. Literally, I went somewhere and the hot dog was $16. And my son was like, Daddy, I need a hot dog. And he doesn't eat the bun. Good for him already, right? He's going to have a six-pack forever. And he doesn't like the bun. Like soggy little wet bread, Daddy. I'm good. So he eats a lot of hot dogs. He eats like 3 or 4 when you go somewhere to like a concession stand. And I'm like, damn, 16 times 4? No. So then, I said, son, 1 hot dog here costs more than 4 packs of hot dogs. I could get you 32 hot dogs right now at Smart and Final. He like, oh, so can I only get 3? What school do you go to? What's wrong with my son? All love. All right, this is gonna blow your mind right now. Beat it up in the comments. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a member. Wemby, watch what happens when I show you this list and what Wemby did and what Wemby says about what happened is crazy about this load management, these minutes played, etc. We're gonna get into it, y'all. Check this out. All right, we got thank you for the super chat, Big Cheese-a-Roni. What is he saying? Rossini versus Joy Taylor. Wet t-shirt contest, who winning? Come on, man. You trying to get me fired from a job that doesn't have a boss except YouTube. Man, that's obvious. Stop. I'm not even going, what did they say? I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. That is too obvious. That's like me versus my son, who hits harder right now. I lay his ass. He ain't there yet. Rossini ain't there yet. Let me just say it that way, okay? Beat up in the comments. Love to you guys. Let's talk about this. This is crazy. Let's get through this quick because we got some great topics coming up. Cam Newton exposing the most hated sports podcasters. Jalen Hurts versus Joe Burrow versus Justin Herbert. And Adam Schefter made it racial. Ooh, wee. Kyle Shanahan, why you don't want to be a mobile quarterback. Harden versus Wade. Podcasting setting records. And coldest moment in sports history. But we got to get into this. This is gangster. Watch this. All right, so minutes played. Luka these are the people that I think are not eligible for the 65-game awards. Luka, Cade, Devin Booker, Anthony Edwards, Pascal Siakam. Shout out to him. We had the same business manager. Jake LaRavia and all. All right. We get LeBron. Okay, let's get some names that we all know. Bruce Brown. We know all y'all. DeAndre Ayton. We know all y'all. But come on, stop playing. Victor Wembanyama. Huh? He's eligible. He's played fewer, not less. I graduated. Fewer minutes than Luka. I remember I learned that lesson the hard way on ESPN on air. I think Max Kellerman told me. He was like, stop saying less and say fewer. That's how we talk. That's why our show was sick. We ain't sensitive. We were like, I was like, really? You can't say less. He's like, dog, did you go to the same school I did? Did we both go to the same? I was dying. 2289. Hold on. He played more minutes, but he not eligible. He played 400 more minutes and not eligible. Say what? How in the hell that happened?
It's an interesting question. It's a very interesting question. If those three aren't, I mean, especially Cade and Luka, if they aren't in the season awards, for sure it's not gonna reflect their impact on the season. But at the same time, in my opinion, it's good to have a threshold, a limit. Where do we need to put it? I don't know.
Good. Finally, people forget the best option most times is, I don't know. Dog, it's our egos. And even if you don't have an ego, you have an ego. Because you should have a lesser or low ego, but you got an ego. Because how many times you answer stuff and being real. I know I do this all the time. Be real. You don't know. You just heard something. You attach your experiences, a little bit of your logic, and you know how to put words together. Next thing you know, you're talking like a professor. You don't know. Go to college campuses right now. Ain't nothing more irritating than watching freshmen come in there and try to lecture the lecturer. Shut up, Susan. Damn. I used to talk like that in class a little bit too because I was that dude. I'll be like, hey, come on now. They'll be like, what? I'm always nice and respectful, but I'll be like, I'll cut through some stuff. I'll be like, come on now. What do you mean? Come on now. He's not proving his point. I said he wrote the book. Did you read the whole book? No. Well, then why are you saying he didn't prove his point? Because you're trying to take him out in excerpts. Yeah, I could make him look crazy in an excerpt, Did I see the whole totality of his logic? Shut up, Susan. She's like, Marcellus, maybe you're right.
It's a good question. Let me ask you a question. Like, what percentage of the season right now, without calculating how much 65 is, what percent of the season do you think should be the limit? 75, 80, okay.
The minimum, not the limit, but I hear you.
2/3, okay. 70?
Teachers used to do this when they didn't know the answer. They'd be like, all right, so what do you guys think? Man, hurry up, Wimby. Do you know?
70%? So, you don't think should be a limit? Yeah. I think that's a good way to put it. If a guy plays 50 games, 35 minutes a game, that's 50 times 35, that's 1750, right? Is that right?
You're right. I see you, baby.
And if a guy plays 75 games at 20 minutes, it's, hold on.
That's 100.
It's 1,500. So.
Oh, 1,500.
You know.
I was doing the 150.
It's not, I mean, it's.
I ain't going to school.
It's a good view, in my opinion, to not have a limit.
You know what he's doing? He's showing you how he rigged it. He said, I just play fewer minutes and more games. Oops. He's like, what? Who cares if you play 65 games or not? Just play 1 minute 65 times. Oops.
It's one of
dumb Americans.
75% of the games, in my opinion, would be a logical thing, and that would be 61.5 games, right? So 62 games.
Damn, France, y'all got that math. They got mental calculators around here. Underneath those waves he got on his head is a calculator. Damn.
So
all them laughs, all them laughs. First of all, the first one is because it's funny, everybody laughing. Then you ever see people pile on what they laughing because they want Wimby to see them? Like, we like you, we love you. That's why people always like, that's why the most popular person always is a comedian. Is funny to everybody. Like any locker room I've ever been in, even if he's not funny, because sometimes they're not. Everybody go, oh, LaDainian Tomlinson, you are hilarious. Bruce Smith, oh my God, I can't believe you. I can't believe you said hello. You said hello. Man, if you don't stop.
So there's some interesting questions. But I think, obviously, if we, I don't think there's going to be an exception made for this year. I think it would be somewhat unfair. But we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, boy. Ain't no exception this year because they're like, oops, people did live up to the standard. A lot of people. Not everybody, but a lot of people. There's some special circumstances for some others, and Luka has his appeal. But most people did. And two, we can't look like we didn't know what the hell we were doing. We can't look like we didn't think this through. So hell no, we ain't giving no special exceptions. No, sir. Not we. We're not doing that. All right? So beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. As we're going to get into the sports podcast, is the new reality TV. Most hated list in sports. Oh, we got to do that. Cam Newton talking that Cam talk. Y'all know Cam Newton, my favorite in the sports media, right? So we're going to get into that. Before we do that, I got to give y'all love, man. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a member, do what you're supposed to do. You got to become a member of that dude because you know you love him. Me. I cannot sing. That's one thing I can't do. Do you remember? But I do know I love me some Michael Jackson. Shout out to all these members that I love too. Ballstone P1 in the building. I see you guys right here, top fans in the building. Fry Bryce, what happened? You had to go on lunch break or something this damn early? He's number 5, Mars Madness. There you go. Wake up, homie. 4, Row 85, 3, Darian the Jedi Knight 2, and Big Cheeseroni number 1. Love for you guys, man. Thanks for rocking with me. Because when I started this at 5 in the morning, the first day I did it, I had -1 viewers. People was like, and he wrote in, he said, I was there, but it's too early. Bye. Now y'all getting up. Because y'all like, dog, I can either go to Starbucks and spend $2,000 to get 2 coffees, or I can listen to Wiley wild ass, Wiley crazy, energetic, waking up at 3 in the morning, pumped up, but Pause. So I'd rather do that. Hey, you know what I'd rather do? Listen to Cam Newton talk about the most hated podcasters. Let's go, Cam.
Podcasts have turned into the new reality TV. I love opening up my phone and boom, there it goes.
What is worse than diss track?
The top 5 most hated podcast personalities.
Listen. I just had this argument by group text. Really discussion. Shouldn't even say argument. Somebody sent me somebody else hating on somebody else. Was like, hey, man, you know what? That's worse than just all this back and forth between all these podcasters is that they all black. And I said, look, dog, I don't even care about the color element. I've already shown you and proved to you if you watch Access Hollywood, Entertainment Tonight, TMZ, National Enquirer, that white people do it too. Everybody does this. But whatever, you don't pay attention. Do you? I don't care about the racial element. What I do love about this, and this is real, the sociologist in me loves this, is to me, remember how TV was? TV was glossy. TV was glossy. Hello and welcome to another beautiful day at Lambeau Field. We started there. Then we was like, oh, let's get a little more access inside the NBA or access to the players and Amar Rashad, O.J. Simpson. You got people with personality. Hey, I got Michael Jordan here. Hey, how's it going, Amar? I ain't seen you in a while. You still working on that jump shot? Remember, that's like the late 80s, 90s. Then you started to go in Vans. Kenny Smith and all them dudes start taking it. Best Damn Sports Show changed the game. John Sally chilling there with comedians and Chris Rose. They start chopping it up and start looking different. Athletes letting their hair down. But it still was glossy. We didn't act like that in real life. And then independent, well, let me not skip over Skip Bayless. Let me not skip over, pun intended, Stephen A. Smith and all the impact they had. And then they just was like, look, we gonna compete with these microphones. Yeah, my brother, you don't wanna make an enemy of me. Like literally Kevin Durant is playing basketball at the top 10 level and you are doing not even podcasting, you're doing real TV at a Mount Rushmore level, and y'all going at it. And now we are here. You know where we are now? Oh, okay, y'all want to play like that? Independent media. Take the makeup off. Drop my shoulders. Let me be real. And that's why everybody going back and forth. Because if you really are in a true, real relationship, it ain't perfect. There are things that I don't like that my best friend does, let alone some dude that's doing the same thing as me, but differently. So that's where we are. Y'all looking at it the wrong way. Like, oh my God, they're tearing each other down. No, they not, because every time they do this, they get bumps in their clicks and views, so shut it. They're actually building each other up. But in any relationship, just like on any team, any football team, any locker room, we're gonna go at it. Then we're gonna come together. But guess what? We good.
You know what you thinking, Peggy?
What's up?
Is Cam gonna be a part of this?
Talking about B.
Don't nobody hate me. They love me.
You grilling more than George Foreman over here.
Number 5, Emmanuel Acho.
Got him.
Him and Leonard Fournette. Oh, they was going back.
Oh, they were battling.
But the thing about Emmanuel, he had to gracefully kind of back out and kind of say, hey, now you in my world now.
Yeah.
Got to start using your nouns and your verbs and your similes, metaphors. He tried to hit him with the educational route.
Trying to take you to school.
Yeah, he tried to take you to school.
Don't be a fool.
Philosopher Acho. Leonard wasn't having it. He said, Echo. Botched his name up. Hey, man, say my name right.
Yeah.
Say my name. Say my name. Matt Brown.
Oh, that's good. That's good. See, that's the cards that Acho got. Like, one, Acho knows he's smart. Like, say what you want if he's not moving you. I know I hear all the people that talk about it. I know Acho, so, but he's smart. He is. He's just smart, right? He went to school with the intent to learn, right? Now, then he puts it together. He's got this wordsmith going on. Y'all call it word salad, but whatever. He got a lot of words and he got a big brain. And he Nigerian. You know, in their culture, they don't play that. You're going to go to school. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Doctor, lawyer, whatever they tell him. He told me before. I met his parents. I thought he was lying. Oh, they for real. They don't play that. That's why them Nigerians they're number 1 socioeconomically. Yeah. Them or Japanese Americans, number 1. They passed white people. They passed us a long time ago. Their culture. Y'all need to read Thomas Sowell. Anyway, so that's who Acho is. He like, look, I know I had a good career to get to Texas. I had a bad career in the NFL. Whatever. Who gives a damn? You know what's lasting longer than all these hits? You know what outlasts this body and all that contact? This brain. Good luck if you go at Acho. That's why Acho is shooting at everybody. He feels he's smarter than all of them. He like, I could go at y'all. Y'all ain't smart enough to deal with what I'm going to do. And you won't go to the depth that he would go to as a former athlete, because former athletes respect the journey. We respect the ride. We like, man, I ain't going to go there like that. I know how hard it is. And Acho like, yeah, I know how hard it is. It was so hard, I didn't do well. So funk it. It's different. Acho a different animal. That's a good number 5.
Matt Barnes and Acho.
RG3
And Acho.
Matt Barnes said people on your own cast don't even rock with you. Who was you talking about? Man, Matty. Number 4. Patrick Beverly.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, he got more beef than the poultry eye.
What's wrong with the boy, Fat Bell?
Dwayne Wade.
Jason
How
Williams.
you beef with white chocolate? He's a member of the culture. Why he just didn't sit in the sun too long, man? Nah, everybody just spewing stories. We don't know what's true, but one thing we know is it's entertaining. People stripping and ripping and cutting and cropping. Goodness gracious, I can't keep up. Number 3.
Patrick Beverly. All right, I think a good summation of it from me, because I haven't consumed much of Patrick Beverly since he left Barstool and all that happened, but he's trying to get his traction back, right? And so he's got to push some things forward that maybe he was going to tuck away. You know, a clean way of saying that, yeah, he's going for the more polarizing takes than just the ones that play the long game, right? There's all kind of versions, all kind of ways we can do this, right? I mean, I've done this show several different ways. There's been times where I like to rap. There's times where I like to come with the deep Wileyisms. There's times where I just like, man, let me just be funny for these fools. There's times where I'm just like, let me give them the deep knowledge film session. Like, we got all these versions. If you're not trilingual, quadlingual, you just dumb. Seriously, you got to have all those expressions. So I think that Pat Bev right now is in that, okay, I'm going to get this back, and I know how to get it back. Simple as that.
Rashad McCants, part of Gil's Arena.
Yeah.
He be getting to wearing his crown and love to spill the tea. Every member, new, old, anybody in University of North Carolina, it's you versus them. Rashad. Number 2, Steven.
Okay. McCants is hilarious, because McCants, before you even say something, you're like, oh, he about to go there. Like, he just be wearing stuff and looking like, I'm going to go there. And he's like one of the ingredients that you don't think you always need or always love, always like, that is so damn essential. Like, he's an essential ingredient, like iodine. You know what I'm saying? Like, cats be talking about, man, no, chill on the salt, chill on the McCants. No. It's essential. You need it. One of the 8 essential nutrients. Like, you know what I mean? So that's how I think of him. He cracked me up too, because he gets the most out of saying and doing the least. Like, he ain't Acho. You know, Acho. Like, that word count is up, right? This face we see right here, that word count is up. It ain't got to be that way for McCants, and he still get his point across. I love it.
Anthony, that's my dog. Golly, why so many people hate Stephen A? Jamel Hill, Kerry Champion, Jasmine Crockett, Jason Whitlock, Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes got to be honorable, man. He the 6th man of the year.
Papa Light Skin, he is in the building.
Matt Barnes with the good hair
is in the building.
Number 1.
Okay, Stephen A. Smith. I think in part it's just tenure. He been there so long that, golly, sooner or later he gonna say something you don't really like or something you hate. Like, all right, I let that go. I let that go. Oh, I can't let this go. So he lost me when he wanted Kevin Durant. You don't want to make an enemy of me. He lost me there, not in terms of rocking with him and loving it and loving him and how he does it. He lost me when I was like, oh, this ain't all shits and giggles. This is gonna be gangster now. We playing the gangster card. We can handle. He was a gentleman before, in some respects. He was going at LeBron a little bit before, but he defended LeBron more than not when he had Skip. Then when Max got there, it started to shift a little bit. Whatever. But nothing was. It's just like him arguing. I was like, well, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Oh, I think it was the Durant for me. It could have been something earlier, but it was really that Durant. And I was like, damn. We live in a world where cats at home, cats on air, is going at the person that actually you're there to cover. You imagine watching a Mike Tyson fight or a Floyd fight and Max Kellerman like, yeah. Mike, you don't want to make an enemy of me. What? I just thought, I was like, that turn of the tide changed a lot of things.
Last but not least, Jason Whitlock. It's harder to find a person who like him.
Exactly.
And I think he like it like that.
I think he like it like that.
He done powdered his face.
Oh my God, he don't went Drewski on the board.
Was he smoking weed or was he smoking a black? Did he freak it?
You know you gotta freak that black.
I said, man, what does freaking a black and
But you loosen it up, bro.
Loose my behind, man.
Oh God, Pam, don't do that.
Don't.
Pause. And that is a wrap here for 4th and 1. Throw a flag on yourself. Matter of fact, you're already dressed in all yellow.
Y'all don't do me like this, nigga.
Yeah, all right.
Cause you know I'm gonna edit some stuff out to make you look bad, and I expect that clip edited out. And if it ain't, I'm gonna whoop your behind. Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. It's getting late. It's getting late.
Now, you add the person who I may have missed.
We want to see your own list.
Yeah, y'all add your own people, blah, 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 to the list. Oh, man, that's good. I know Nick Wright going to get on somebody's list. I know Nick Wright, a lot of people be like, yo, Nick Wright be saying some crazy stuff. Whitlock up there. It's funny of late, y'all, I'm hearing more and more people. I've gotten some phone calls from some people who have names, prominent people, and I certainly see it online. People are like, yeah, Whitlock is a little more digestible of late. That interview with Cam did wonders for Whitlock in terms of people understanding where he's coming from. Because I think a lot of people take his criticism as hate when his criticism actually, whether you agree or not, is coming from a place of love. I've known him too long now. Doesn't mean he doesn't say crazy stuff, because every time I do a show with him or I listen to him, it's something he says, I'm like, that's crazy. But who doesn't have that crazy uncle, granddaddy, somebody sitting there, you're like, you just drop some jewels. You just drop some wisdom. At the same time, what the hell you just say? You can't say that. So, look, I think people are starting to understand at least a little better where Whitlock coming from. But y'all got to beat it up in the comments. Let me know who y'all think. I would say y'all going to say Nick Wright. It's the only one I'm thinking of right now. I can't go any other place. But once again, I'm going to finish it like I started it. Stop complaining about this. Or would you rather have more draft coverage? Dog, these are real people telling you how they really feel. If you don't like it, oh well. I could say don't watch, and you still are. Just like you say, I ain't watching no Logan Paul and no Jake Paul. 2 of the top 5 boxing matches of this century are Paul's. So stop and lying. Stop your lying and pause, okay? Stop lying. So I can say stop, don't watch, you will. I can tell by my views. When I talk about issues in sports and sports media, views up. When I don't talk about them, views down. Oh, well, I do both. I'm not going to stop talking about like real sports. I'm not going to stop talking about real relationships, and I don't rock with you. It's okay. Y'all soft. Auntie behavior, getting your nails done with your homies. Calm down. Ain't nobody doing, who has run up on somebody in sports media? Go. Jim Everett on Jim Rome in 1996, whatever year. Nobody doing nothing. It's sports. Just like in basketball when they have on all these, hey, hold me back, hold me back. How many times do they swing versus how many times they say hold me back? 99% of the time is hold me back. When I know if I really want to hit you, there's nothing, let me tell you again, nothing that can hold me back. That's why I don't even act like I want to fight or fake fight. Because when I do, that switch ain't coming off. It ain't going off. It's going, if I want to fight you and I'm on a team, I'm on the NBA and I want to fight you, I'm like, I'm about to whoop his ass. You know what I'm not going to do? Show the world, tell the world, act like I'm going to whoop your ass. No, I'm not. I'm going to go to the free throw line like this. I'll just be chilling. Right next to your ass. You shoot the first one, your teammates shoot the first one, I look up. You looking up like that too. And then as soon as you turn around, what's up now, partner? Ricky! Knock your ass. That's how, if you want to fight, that's how you fight. But if you don't want to fight, you want everybody to think you want to fight, this is what you do. Hey, man, you better stop talking. What? I said you better stop talking and stop fouling. Oh, fake ass. What? Oh, hey, all you trying to do is say, yoo-hoo. You trying to send a dog whistle to everybody. Hey, I may fight. Stop me before I have to. Ain't nobody stupid. That's the same way on the playground. Same way at school. Ain't nobody fighting when all this, what's up? When they walk, you remember in school they used to walk around each other like this? Man, what's up? What's up, dog? You want some? Man, what's up? What y'all about to be intimate? No. So miss me with that. And miss me with anything else where people always, you don't have to watch real conversations, real relationships. Y'all wanted authenticity. And these cats are telling you, I don't like what he just said. I don't like what he just did. And then y'all like, why y'all always tearing each other down? If words from another person that disagrees with me tears me down, I didn't build much. Ooh, that's a Wileyism. That's a Wileyism. If words from another person that disagrees with me tears me down, then I didn't build much. If that little gust of wind that came from anybody in sports media, anybody, I don't like Marcellus because of this. And if that blows my house down, I ain't built much. 3 little pigs. Real spit. All right, beat up in the comments. We're going to get into this Jalen Hurts because Adam Schefter went there and want to compare him to Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert. And it's a little racial in here, I think. I don't know. You know me, my racial radar sometimes is a little off. So beat up in the comments. Let me know what you're talking about. Real spit. And also, become a member, subscribe to this channel, and like this video right now. Right now. I see y'all up in here, too. Let's see our top 5 fans. Rose, still rocking with us. Darian, the Jedi Knight is 4. Mars Madness 3. Murphy Roberts snuck up in there, too. And Big Cheeseroni's like, today's my day. Today's my day. Let's check this out right here. Because today's the day we're going to break this down. What I find interesting, and it's just some food for thought here. You know when somebody write food for thought, they mean really, hey, don't put this all on me, but I know y'all thinking this too, right? When we think about it as we go along, we spend an awful lot of time talking about Jalen Hurts, right? And that's fair. I got it. Big deal. Polarizing figure to an extent. But Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert did their contract 2 weeks after Jalen Hurts. Why isn't anybody asking why they're not extending yet? Damn, Adam. Way to drop a truth bomb. So, you know the nerd in me says, let's look at these individuals, shall we? Justin Herbert versus Jalen Hurts versus Joe Burrow, head-to-head stats comparison. Look, this is just level 1 of the comparison. I could go deeper, but let's keep it general for the entertainment value and also to get the point. Okay. Whoa, Jalen Hurts has come a long way since that. What is that? That looks like it's turning colors on his neck. That is Philadelphia Eagles green, that chain. Damn, where'd he buy that? When he got benched in Alabama? He bought it right after that halftime when they put Tua in. He's like, hey, man, let me get a chain. Got to feel better when I go to Oklahoma and ball out again. Ooh, that don't look good. Anyway, Herbert, you got that Peyton Manning neck going on. And we got Joe Burrow right here. He got the bang. All right. So the green means you won, right? Green is the winner. All right, let's look at a game. So Herbert's played the most. I don't even know if he's been in the league longer, but he played the most, okay? Let's go. Value, approximate value. This typically is their general way of saying, I added everything up about this fool, and this is where he is. His is higher than both of theirs. Damn, Burrow's is pretty low. Okay? Quarterback record, winning. His is better, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is winning right now. Fewer games, but better value and more wins and losses. Better in the win-loss column. Now, completion percentage, Joe Burrow. Okay, that's a win, but come on. Passing yards, Herbert. He throwing that ball way more than y'all. I mean, completing it and getting yards way, way more. Yards per attempt. So I'm throwing deeper passes than y'all if I'm Jalen Hurts. And then yards per game, Joe Burrow's like, yeah, I don't play as many games as you, Herbert, but guess what I do? When I do play, get more yards than you, okay? And Herbert's like, yeah, I play the most games and I have the most touchdowns by a lot over you, Jalen Hurts, and not so much over you, Joe Burrow. Then it goes interceptions. Ooh, Jalen Hurts, fewer. That's the winner, the one who has the fewest, right? Almost as many games as you, Herbert, but you have thrown 13 more interceptions. Okay, quarterback rate. This is another summation statistic. Okay, they say Joe Burrow is better. Then Justin Herbert, and then Jalen Hurts. But Jalen Hurts says he's behind. I think the threshold is 92, I think, when they start saying you kind of like go from great or good to like eh. Rush attempts, all right, that's Jalen. Yards, Jalen. Rushing yards attempt, Jalen. Rushing touchdowns, Jalen. Then fantasy points, as Acha will point out, Justin Herbert's nothing but a what? You said a social media quarterback? Oh, that was so wrong. All right, and then look at this. Championships, Pro Bowls, All-Pro, Super Bowl MVP. He's winning in every one. Jalen Hurts is, if not tied, only in Pro Bowls. So why are we all hating on Jalen Hurts? I don't get it, homie. Yo, I'm going to say this. Philadelphia is the wrong place to go if you have acne. You have anything on your face, you have anything, any blemishes, that's the wrong place to go. That's part one. They got that little inferiority, little brother complex with New York going on. We're going to try to out-media you by being more crazy and salacious and whatever. You know how it is. They threw batteries at us when I was in Philadelphia. It's a different place. But in all seriousness, it's because if you look at Burrow, and he is dressed up well. He got receivers, tight end, all that. So we can't really go to a Burrow. With Herbert, I'm going to get Herbert out the way. He ain't got everything that we know Jalen and Burrow have. So people give him a pass when they really look at the game, and people are like, why are you always ranking him so high? Then he goes in the playoffs and he hits the bed. And you're like, he got him there. Like, without him, I mean, we know they got weapons, but come on, dog. Look, you saw what happened in the playoffs, you know, with Keenan Allen and, you know, Conkey and all, like, McConkey. Stop it. They're good. They're good. And Justin Herbert is a bigger piece of that pie. That's why he gets some of the love and credit. With Joe Burrow, we are still drunk off of the residue off of LSU and how insane he is and how great he's been in the NFL. So when he falters, it's just like you're a champion. It's like Patrick Mahomes last year. When you have an off year, whatever it may be, Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl a couple times. Whatever, he's already done it. And look, Burrow's not done it in the NFL, but he did take him to a Super Bowl and damn near won that game, for real. You're like, it's hard for you to dismiss that. It's hard for you to get off that. So then you're like, well, then if that's the case, he almost won it. Jalen did win it. And he outballed Patrick Mahomes. Why Jalen Hurts? Because you look around him and you say, as good as this is, I hate to do this, and this is wrong. As good as this is, it should be better. Simple as that. Simple as that. Ain't that crazy? Ain't it, Jay? What's she order? Fish fillet? Y'all looking at Jalen Hurts like, with all that, and you supposed to be all that, you should do more than that. And we don't think you all that. Because we remember you got benched. We remember you didn't win the national championship Oklahoma, even though Alabama did. And y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. All right, beat up in the comments. We're going to get into Diana Rossini again. Somebody has finally defended her fully. And Mike Vrabel fully is shady. We're going to get into that real quick, okay? Love for you guys. Let's go. Let's do what we do. Let's not waste no time. Let's go.
Why are we all in his business? Why are we in their business? Now, to me, I don't think they have nothing going on. I've been in workplaces, and I work with different people in talent, and sometimes some may look...
What talent you been working with?
Sometimes it looks like more than what it really is.
All right, he's trying to be mature because he didn't even laugh at his boy joke. That was actually kind of funny. But at the point, he's defending them, and I've heard that he's been defending them mightily. Good for him, because that's what he feels. Good for him. It's funny when someone defends somebody, you trying to hide something. No, he feels that way. Here's the thing, though. I don't give a damn who I've been in workplace, all that with. If I'm interlocking fingers with you and I'm at a private resort way away, and then all of a sudden everybody blow this up, think about it. It's like a balloon for real. We did nothing. And then people are blowing it up. I easily go like this. Pop. I know how to pop it. Pop, rock, and drop it. I know how to pop it. Don't ever look back if you're a dude doing this. And I've done that. I know how to pop it. Oh, I can show you whatever it needs to be. The group pictures. The other times we were hanging with everybody and having fun. Like, this is nothing. I got audio. I don't know. I got a video of us just talking crazy. I got something to say. If y'all really want, because think about it. When you're married, that is the most purposeful thing you can do. Even more than having a child. Married, you got to get engaged. You got to set up your business affairs, your whole life. You got to have ceremony. You got to say, I do. To make a baby, all you got to do is say, come here. Don't say nothing. Let's go, baby. You know what I mean? That is nothing. The barriers of entry of being a parent, way different, way easier, way lower than being an actual adult who says, I do. Being married. So it's hard to say, I do. I'm going to be faithful and no infidelity and the vows. Like, that's all on purpose. And then all of that is going to be eroded, undermined, coincidentally, accidentally, or on purpose. See what I'm saying? So ain't nobody ever getting caught up if it's not real unless they really were caught up. That's why it's going to be interesting to see how he defends it.
All right? If you hug somebody a certain way, if you talk to them too long, people want to always blow something up. I'll give you an example.
Okay. Go.
Stay with me here. If you're in a nightclub, if you're in a bar, and it's dark, the lights are dim, and I see a married man at the bar. He's a married man.
Yep.
Having a conversation with a lady, having a drink, and they're talking for 5 minutes. At the 6-minute mark, I see him reaching his phone, looking up, talking to her. I see her reaching her phone, and she's talking to him. From a distance, it looks like
they're exchanging numbers.
They're exchanging numbers.
Yeah. And nothing wrong with that. You can go to a hotel with another woman that ain't your wife, just meet up, or you can go to a hotel bar. You go to a hotel, you go anywhere with a person. It's not the fact that you married, you can't go anywhere. Hey, I'm going to meet you down at the Ace Hotel. Okay, meet you there. Now, meet me in my room is a whole different room, different story. But meet me at a hotel. The hotel wasn't even a problem. Like, they are actually, if we didn't see these pictures, they were going to another hotel where the meetings were or whatever they say. Come on, y'all.
And they all could have been instant text messaging and talking to each other. So my point being is, from a distance, you can't tell who was who. And that means, dog, if he's at a resort or wherever he's at and she's there, they know each other. If he's in the pool, she's in the pool, they can't talk to each other?
Nah. You know what's funny? If you have $1 million in real cash, you're a millionaire, right? You got $1 million. If I took $1 away from you, $1, I just stole it. You got $999,999. Are you a millionaire? These stories, what I love about us, and I'm guilty as well, but right now, he's guilty of, we take one thing out of context or one thing out in our insertions, and then we say, now what? Look at it. That's almost like when they always say, oh man, Shaq wouldn't have been that good if he wasn't that big. So you literally want to take away his superpower and then say, now how good are you? Wemby wouldn't be that good if he wasn't that tall. First of all, there are guys as big as Shaq. Very few, but the point is there are guys as big as Shaq. Because remember, Shaq came in the league just tall and slimmer. Big as Shaq, and they're not good. There are people who are taller than Wemby. They're not good. The point is, don't take away something that is important and then say, now look at it. Well, look at what? I'm not looking at the same thing.
If he sees any grease or he can't hug her, we got to stop getting everybody's business. That's the problem with America now. We in a 1,300 wars because we in somebody else's business. So all I'm saying is this.
I shouldn't do this part. It's a little political, but no, it ain't. Look, if America wasn't in everybody's business, everybody'd be over here in our borders. So just be real. Y'all got to understand this. We have a lot of road games when it comes to war. We go over there. We go to the Middle East. And we've had in our history some home games. Let's just say this, Shady, careful. Y'all don't want no more home games, okay? Y'all want to hear sirens outside. The only dose of that I got was during the LA riots. There were tanks on my street. I'm not talking about at no armory. I'm not talking about go to no army base. I'm talking about going to 7-Eleven on Slauson and wait a minute. You ever seen a tank for real? I mean, like, them things, them little grates going to, and that big ass, what they call that? I'm gonna call it a gun. That big old barrel doing this, and it's pointed at you. I don't know if the dude inside misses the button. He's supposed to hit the button on the right. Oh, I meant left. Why you think he got the tank? You think he got the tank and it ain't loaded? I'm sitting there, whatever age, 17. I'm like, people be talking. Better be careful.
I love Mike and I love Diana. I don't know what they got going on, but I'm not digging that deep into it.
Blah, blah, blah. Me either. It don't take me to dig that deep to just connect dots. And I'm surface level. I'm ice skating. I'm on top layer. I'm not digging that deep into it either. I'm just looking at a picture like, woo-wee. And look, I've seen pictures of people in relationships before, and I've seen bad pictures. I've seen and I've danced. I've been at parties. They call me Big Usher because I love to dance, especially when my hip is right. I used to go to the club in my heyday when I'm that dude, and I would bring a sweat towel. Like literally people who know me and people who've been in my parties know I bring a sweat towel. I'm about to leave this party dripping wet. Seriously. But it was a little cooler than that sounds because it was my party. I got 2,000 people here rocking out with me, and I'm the one acting the most foolish. I'm the fool. People are like, oh, this is a good party. The host ain't all stuffy. I sweating out a suit. I have on a suit, sweating it out. Throwback jersey, sweating it out. I've danced with married girls like it was my wife. But guess what? They went home. Point being, we all there together. It can look bad. It can look bad. Like, ooh, this your wife? She throwing it back. Y'all, who ain't been there? Who hasn't been to a wedding and all the married ladies after the date, you know, they threw the bouquet. Somebody else caught it that's single. She dancing like that. Hey, girl. And then all the married ladies like, oh, this what y'all still doing? And they doing it. And you, yeah. Who ain't did that? Who ain't did that? That ain't this. That ain't this. This is, okay, from that moment, okay, tomorrow, we all still at the hotel from the party and the after party. We all checking out in 2 days. Tomorrow we all at the pool. Okay? All the married ladies that was dancing with dudes that weren't their husband, at the pool tomorrow. All the single ladies and the girl who caught the bouquet at the pool tomorrow. And then you say, where's Mike? Where's Diana? They went to another hotel 2 hours away. And they doing ball, they be like this. Stop playing with me, y'all. Stop playing with me. Okay? Simple as that. Woo. All right. Little different, huh? Let me fix my headphones. I don't think I knocked them out. Mama said knock you out. Hello? Oh, yeah. It's working. It's working. Party people, are you ready to rock? Let me hear you scream. Yeah, this is a little different. I hear you, Shady, though. Respect on trying to put that together. I like that. Good defense. What else we going to get into? We got 10 more minutes. I'm going to give y'all some love over here. Oh, we got to talk about what Shanahan said about these mobile quarterbacks. I love that. Beat up in the comments. See what y'all talking about. Beat it up. Who's our top 5 right now? Francisco Aguilera, 5, my dog. Murphy Robert, 4. Fry Bryce, yeah, my dog. 3, Mars Madness and Big Cheeseroni. Big Cheeseroni said, y'all go home today. I got this today. Today. Okay, let's hear this. This is an interesting take from Shanahan talking about these mobile quarterbacks. Everybody wants a mobile quarterback. I want my son to be a quarterback if he wants to play in the highest level. I'm like, don't get hit as much. Get paid the most, but you got a lot on your shoulders, a lot on your plate. But hey, he's mobile already. I don't know if he's a quarterback, but he got half of it down. Let's see.
I always joke. It's usually the quarterbacks who weren't the best, most mobile athletes growing up. When I played quarterback in Pop Warner, I didn't want to get hit. So as soon as I got back, I scrambled and ran. And once that wasn't running, I got moved to receiver. But you got guys like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. I don't think they were running around in Pop Warner. They weren't in high school. They've had to learn to play since they started playing in the pocket, looking downfield.
See that? Bow. He like, look, them feet ain't moving, that mind better. That mind better be moving if them feet ain't. And them feet weren't. You think Tom Brady was fast ever? You think Peyton Manning ever been fast? No. Even if they can escape, elude, take one step here or there, they had to. They had to learn that. It's all survival of the fittest. And that's why they say there's a certain thing called the curse of the gifted. And it happens to a lot of athletes. That's why we all know one to a few athletes that are better than people that we see on TV, the ones that went pro. Even the guy, every single athlete that has ever went pro knows somebody who was like, dog, this dude was. But you skip steps. The curse of the gifted is you skip steps when it's time for you to build up your case, your resume of who you are as an athlete. So if you're super fast as a quarterback, more times than not, You're making decisions with your athleticism, then your acumen, then your assessment. Because why? Why do I got to take the hard way? The easy way is get up out of here.
And so when they get to the NFL, that's what they've been doing their whole life. It's great to be a great athlete, of course, but the problem is a lot of people are running around and they've won Heisman's doing it. And then you get to the NFL and it's a great asset. I mean, I know Tom and Peyton wish they could run like that too. But if you've been doing that your whole life, you haven't had many reps of staying in, and because eventually they'll force you to, and it's hard to develop that in the NFL. So
you hear that? And this is the realest thing he ever said, realest thing I ever wrote. You know what happens? Sooner than later, you're going to figure out, you're going to find out that you got to stay in that pocket because we ain't letting you out of here. Uh-oh, you are done. It is going down. And once you figure that out, you might be behind the learning curve of, oh, God, all these guys already know that? And now I'm trying to figure it out. That's what Donovan McNabb is not a great example, but I remember when he really tried to just stay in the pocket. And it really hurt his game because I was like, dog, you've been doing so well moving around and all that, but at a certain point, they do force you. At a certain point, it is that difficult. Real spit. So that's how the game goes. And now I'm looking at it like, whoa. Now they're growing up, mobile quarterbacks are trying to figure it out. And let's not make this racial, even though I know it used to be racial, even though it was kind of weird that it was racial, because John Elway was a mobile quarterback. Steve Young was a mobile quarterback, and those are two Hall of Famers. But we put it on Randall Cunningham, and we put it on the black players, Mike Vick, et cetera. And I get it, because they're more mobile. But at the same time, you know, those guys used to run. They told John Elway, stop running. Steve Young, part of the reason why it took so long, they was like, dog, when you going to just stop running? Real spit. So they even had to face that headwind as well.
If you have those skills to make plays, always make them. But eventually, if you want to be successful in the NFL, you're going to have to be able to do both. And it takes reps to do that. And you're not going to always get that in college, especially if you have that athletic ability. So it's something you got to be working on your own and be cognizant of when you're going to do it.
Blah, blah, blah. I love that. That's just a little more of that, you know, how we started off the show, a little wisdom for the moms and dads out there in the itty bitties. That's another way. Hey, if you super fast, that's all good. Make sure your brain, your processor is super fast as well. Get those extra reps, because a lot of times in the game and practice situations, it's not enough. Like you got practice now, you can't even work on your left hand, as they say when I was growing up, your left hand, the off hand, the things you can't do well, because practice is now performance. Because coach is like, I only got 5 minutes before they fire me, so I got to find out who could really play right now. That's why there's so many older players playing in college and in high school. You ain't going to get reps. If you're a younger player who got all the talent in the world but needs to develop it, practice ain't enough. You ain't even going to get enough practice. It's just rap. It's just real. So you're going to have to go out there and figure it out. And how you figure it out? Know where to start. Simple as that. All right, let's get into this comparison because I know I've teased this too many times. I can't do this anymore. Harden versus Wade in scoring comparison. People want to talk about who's better. I'm just going to start here with numbers. In these, James Harden has 107 40-point games, and Dwayne Wade has 34. Harden has 25 50-point games. Golly. Yeah, and Dwayne Wade has 3. Harden has 4 60-point games, and Dwayne Wade has none. You tell me who the better shooting guard is. That's what they want to know. That was the first thing I saw. Then I saw Kevin Durant talking about it. And you know that's my favorite player. He's getting a little spicy with it. Let's hear.
Pat Riley, Miami Heat organization. There's a lot worked in D-Wade's favor. And he had to show up, but there's a lot worked in his favor for him to win that championship.
So at y'all table.
But I don't feel like D-Wade, D-Wade's style of play is just more conducive to winning than James. I don't agree with that. I feel like they both are winning players that could contribute to great teams. You know what I'm saying? D-Wade didn't have to do as much for them last 2 championships. Pat Riley.
Blah, blah, blah. I think he could, if he drinks, he could have had a couple more drinks and really went deep on that. But we already know we picking up what he putting down. We heard him. He's like, y'all act like James Harden ain't it. It hasn't worked out for James Harden. And he's he's contributed to that too. We know them game 7s. I suffered through one, what was it, last year with the Clippers in Denver? I was like, James, what happened? Insane year. It's game 7. What is this? I mean, it looked like he was running away. But I've seen him have good Game 7s, too. He's had 30 a couple of times in some Game 7s. But then you see the ones you're like, he not even shooting. I don't know if it's mental or it's the defense, but whatever happens, it finds its way on Game 7s to happen. And that used to really mess with me. I was like, come on, James, we need more right now. And it wouldn't work out. So, real spit, right? Beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about that. And we about to Dipset out of here. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. You know why? Because it's 6:30. You know, around these parts, we don't do that. We don't do that around here in these parts. But I am going to show you the best moment in sports history. This is, I can't lie. This is the coldest moment in sports history, they say. And this is insane. You imagine doing this? All you golfers out there, peep this. He hits the putt and he walks. Shakes the dude's hand he just beat. And then the dude's looking at the putt and he's like, yeah, I don't know what you're looking at that for. Jesus. Tiger was tigering. And that's why we all enamored with him. No matter what he does, run off the road, run onto a golf course. He could be 98 years old, say, I'm playing in the Masters again. And we watching it because that's Tiger Woods, y'all. Tiger Woods, y'all. Respect, respect, respect. All right, love to y'all, man. It's time to get up out of here. Thank you for rocking with me. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and become a member. Do you remember of this channel? I hope y'all like it. If y'all got any tidbits y'all want me to do, work on, you know, if you want me to improve here, you want me to do less of this, do more of this, keep that to yourself. Nobody give a damn. You thought I was going to say beat it up in the comments. Nobody give a damn. I'm going to do it my way. Oh, I'm messing with y'all. Love for y'all, man. Peace.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I think the verse.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation. So,
Boah, 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 boah.